Jefferson County Court, law number 2 is back in session. Next case is cause number 323987. Case of style of state of Texas versus Brandon Jackson or Brandon Christopher Jackson. Mr. Jackson is appearing via Zoom. I think the last 3 digits of that phone number is 554. Mr. Jackson is represented in this case by his attorney Joel Vasquez. Attorney Vasquez, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine, I think. Mr. Jackson, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Vasquez, what's your announcement in Mr. Jackson's case?
Judge, if we could have a reset, I think we can work it out.
Okay, how much time do you need?
Just a regular reset.
Give us a reset date.
January 30th.
Okay, this case will be reset to January 30th, 2023. Mr. Jackson, stay in contact with your attorney. Your attorney will be giving you a reset. Mr. Jackson, you're free to go. Thanks for being patient with us, and you have a blessed day. And Mr.
Thank you. You too.
You're welcome. And Mr. Vasquez, you can get your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You as well.
Thank you.
He's on Zoom, Your Honor.
Yes. Next case is cause number 330546. Case of style of state of Texas versus Hernan Chavez. Mr. Chavez is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Chavez, you can take your mic off of mute.
Yes, sir.
How you
How you doing, I'm Starner?
How are you doing, Mr. Chavez?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Chavez. You're here represented by your attorney James Padgett. Attorney Padgett, how are you doing?
Doing well. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Mr. Padgett, what is your announcement in Mr. Chavez's case?
Your Honor, it needs to go on your plea docket.
Reset it for a plea?
Yes,
Give us a
plea
reset.
certain.
January 30th.
Okay, this case will be reset for a plea on January 30, 2023. Mr. Chavez, you need to be here in person on that day.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Chavez, stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. They will be given they will be given notice of your reset date. Thanks for being patient with us. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
You too, sir. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. The next case is cause number 331028. Case of style of state of Texas versus Kevin Jamel Jefferson. Mr. Jefferson is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Jefferson, you can take your mic off of mute.
How you doing, Young?
All right, how you doing?
Fine. And yourself?
Okay, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Jefferson, you're represented by Attorney James Paget. Attorney Paget, what is your announcement in Mr. Jefferson's case?
The same announcement, Your Honor. He'll need to be here in person and we will dispose of the case on the next court date, whatever the court pleases.
Give us a reset date.
January 1st.
Perfect.
Okay, this case will be reset to January 30th. Mr. Jefferson, your attorney and your bondsman will give a notice of your reset date. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. This will conclude your case. You're free to go. And you have a blessed day. And thank you for being patient.
All
with
right,
us.
y'all too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anything
The court is back in session and calls number 332-782. Case of style of state of Texas versus John Derek Robbins. Mr. Robbins is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Robbins, how are you doing?
I'm good, Your Honor, and yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Robbins, you're here represented by your attorney. Your attorney is James Paget. Attorney Paget, what is your announcement in Mr. Robbins' case?
We're ready, Your Honor.
State. What's your announcement? Okay, we'll hold on.
Absolutely, no problem.
Mr. Robbins, please put your mic on mute. We'll call your case back up again in a few minutes.
Thank you.
Court is in session and calls number 324-787. Case is style of state of Texas versus Clinton Scott Hanley.
So we approach you on.
Yes, Mr. Hanley, you can stand on the X in front of the bench. Mr. Hanley, is your full name Clinton Scott Hanley? How you doing, Mr. Hanley?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Hanley, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Troy Swallow. Attorney Swallow, how are you doing?
Doing fine, Judge, thank you.
Hold on. Court is in session in two cases. First case is cause number 328-920. Second case is cause number 331-570. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Christopher Herring. Mr. Herring, is your full name Christopher Michael Herring?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we go. Mr. Herring, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Herring, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Herring, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Herring?
Best by the best of yourself.
You can't be better than that. Now, Mr. Herring, in cause number 331-570, I have before me an information that alleges that on or about October 24 to 2020, while you in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the class A misdemeanor offense of prostitution. You understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Herring, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
No contest.
Now, you're pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Mr. Herring, I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishment, which is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Mr. Herring, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, Mr. Herring, there's a set of initials CH that are on a line next to a box that's titled no contender, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
On the next document, Mr. Herring, this document is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes that's checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and we have no right of appeal. Do you have no right of appeal? Do you understand that? The second box that's checked states that you are waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that? I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Padgett, you're waiving a record in this case, is that correct?
We are waiving the record in this case, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Herring, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything that he went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Herring, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State. I have before me states exhibits 1 and 2. State, you like to offer states 1 and 2?
Yes, Your Honor. State office, state one, state two.
Any objections?
To states 1, our states 2, Your Honor.
No objection, states 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Padgett, you advised in counsel, Mr. Herring, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None, Your Honor.
Mr. Herring, your attorney, Mr. Padgett, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Herring, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State. Do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
Your Honor, in exchange for the defendant's plea of no contest in this case, the state is recommending confinement in a Jefferson County jail for a period of 180 days, Your Honor. We're asking that the court suspend imposing that sentence at the time and instead place the defendant on community supervision for 15 months. Your Honor, will require the defendant to pay a $1,200 fine to complete 80 hours of community service, to submit himself to drug and alcohol education and screening. Your Honor, and lastly, this case will be dismissing, or this plea bargain will be dismissing companion case number 328920. That's the correct case.
That is our understanding, Your Honor.
Yeah. 1 minute. Okay, Mr. Aaron,
Yes, sir.
the state is offering that you serve 180 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail on this case because you'll be placed on probation for 15 months. During the 15-month probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $1,200 plus court costs of $302, which comes to a total of fine and court costs of $1,502. You will be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month. You'll be required to pay a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you'll be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $185. Mr. Herring, will you be able to pay the $185? You will also be required to perform 8 hours of community service. You'll be required to attend and complete a drug education class. You'll also be required to have an alcohol and drug screening, and the state will dismiss cause number 328920. Mr. Herring, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Herring, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Herring, you're gonna stand on the X next to your attorney and follow the directions of our clerk. Do you need to have a seat right now?
Yeah.
Just have a
Okay, no
seat,
problem.
and she'll call you back up when she's ready for you.
And I think we're ready to make an announcement.
Okay. Okay.
Graduated.
Court is back in session in cause number 332-782, case of style of the state of Texas versus John Derek Robbins. Mr. Robbins is appearing via Zoom with his attorney, Attorney James Paget. Attorney Paget has previously announced ready on this case. State, what is your announcement?
Thanks, ready, Your Honor.
Okay,
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
okay, Mr. Paget, we'll give you a number.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then if we reach a case, our court coordinator will give you a call. But right now, you have to be the last case on the docket.
Absolutely, understand you.
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay. Mr. Robbins, stay in contact with your attorney. He'll let you know. He'll keep you informed as to the status of this case. Your case is on our docket. We have about 1, 2, 7, 8, 10, 12 cases before your case. Stay in contact with your attorney. He'll keep you up to date. You're free to go.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
You have a blessed day.
You too.
Okay. All right. Next case is cause number 325-867. Case of style of state of Texas versus Mark Anthony LeBlanc. Mr. LeBlanc, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. LeBlanc?
Fine, and you, Judge.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. LeBlanc, you're represented by your attorney, Attorney James Paget, Attorney Paget. What is your announcement in Mr. LeBlanc's case?
We're ready, Your Honor.
State?
Thanks, ready, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, Mr. LeBlanc, your case right now is number 4 on the docket. We have to see what the other 3 cases above you is going to do. Stay in contact with your attorney. If we'll get ready for you. If your case is going, you need to be here tomorrow at 1:30 for us to pick a jury. All right, so stay in contact with your attorney.
Yeah.
Okay, 1:30. Okay, let me call the cause number. This case is cause number 323-387, state of Texas versus Cody Philip Sullivan. Mr. Sullivan is represented by his attorney, Attorney Jansen Bailey. And Mr. Bailey?
Yes, Your Honor. We are ready. My client's ill, and he went to the emergency rooms this morning. And I asked him to get a diagnosis to figure out if he was okay to come to court. He has acute bronchitis, so I told him not to come, but to appear by Zoom if the court requested that he appear by Zoom. He called me this morning and said he was ill.
Okay, so you saying that he's in the hospital or?
He just got out of not like an urgent care center. He just left 30 minutes ago. And so I told him, he asked me if he should come, and I said, well, are you sick? He said, they said I have acute bronchitis. And I said, contagious? He said yes.
Right,
So I told him to appear by Zoom or be ready to appear by Zoom if need be.
right.
So I can have him appear by Zoom.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
This is cause number 325-643, case of style of state of Texas versus John Anthony Landrum. Mr. Landrum, How are you doing?
No good, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Landry, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Jansen Bailey. Attorney Bailey, what is your announcement in Mr. Landry's case?
We're ready, Your Honor.
State?
Your Honor, the state is not ready, to move on John Landry. I haven't been able to get in contact with the, complaining witness in this case, Your Honor. And the state would ask for, one reset to secure the witness, so we can try this case.
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Landry, in this case is gonna be reset. I'm probably gonna have, we should have a quick turnaround on this one. This is at the top of our docket. Yeah,
The trial set in place everywhere is wrong.
move him over to January, see if we can get him somewhere, yeah. And we need to check with,
I'll call you later on today and speak with you about this.
Right.
Even have an opportunity to speak to you.
yeah, she's gonna get back with you on a date.
Okay.
All right, so is this your only, oh, that's right, you
Wait
get
for
the other guy,
notice.
okay. Mr. Landry, stay in contact with your attorney. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. I'll let you. You also. Okay. Thank you. Stay in contact with us.
That's right. Let me see, we got Mr. Birch.
Yeah. It's on.
No, he's connecting to audio. I think he's connected now, okay. This is cause number 323387. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Cody Philip Sullivan. Mr. Sullivan, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Sullivan, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Jansen Bailey. Mr. Bailey has announced that he was recently informed that you were sick and you went to, I guess, to the hospital. Is that correct?
Yeah, I went to urgent care. Yes, sir.
Okay. And he stated that due to your sickness is contagious. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Mr. Sullivan, what we're gonna do, we got to give him a reset, and we're gonna do the same thing with him.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Give Jensen a court date when I get it.
Okay. So, Mr. Sullivan, your attorney is going to be giving your court date. Once you get your court date, once we get your court date, and we'll give it to your attorney will give it to you. Stay in contact with your attorney. Our court is praying that you have a speedy and a full recovery.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'll call you when I get out of here, Cody.
Okay, thanks, Jameson.
Okay. Court is in session and calls number 326384. Case to style of State of Texas versus Brian Edwin Chance. Mr. Chance, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Chance?
Good, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Chance, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Ryan Gertz. Attorney Gertz, how are you doing?
Good, Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Gertz, what is your announcement in Mr. Chance's case?
Judge, I felt like we were here just really recently, but he's telling me it was October last year, but I need some additional time in this case. I've been preparing for a murder trial this week, and so I'm just, not ready. If I could maybe get her setting to the January setting where I have all of my people come in January, something.
Okay, well, I mean, it's on a pretrial conference docket, so you want it set on a trial docket or something? Well, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what docket you want it on.
Probably just keep it on a pre-trial docket, I guess would be the most logical thing, right?
So it'll be January 30th.
Okay, this case is reset January 30th it's on the pretrial conference docket. Mr. Chance, your attorney is going to sign for your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Is Alexis Colbert, that's,
He's present, she's outside there.
once you get his client, Alexis Colbert.
Her drug court case got reset this morning. I don't know if we have a date.
Okay, this is, court is in session and calls numbers 331-228, calls number 332-230. Both cases are styled the State of Texas versus Alexis Barbara Colbert or Alexis Rashawn Colbert. Ms. Colbert, is that your full name?
Yes, it is.
How you doing, Ms. Colbert? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Colbert, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Ryan Gertz. Now, Attorney Gertz, what is your announcement in Ms. Colbert's cases?
Judge, we're asking this case to be reset with her felony that's pending trial in the drug court.
Okay,
It all arises out of
did they
the
give y'all a trial date in the drug court?
He said it this morning. I don't know if we have a date.
That is just what I could do is to, once they put it in
Okay.
the computer, I can-
Mr. Samuel, please put your mic on mute. Okay, now, what date is that?
They haven't put it in the computer yet.
Okay, okay, Ms. Colbert, your attorney and your bondsman will get notice of your reset date once we find out what date that is. We're gonna set it on the same date of your felony case, and that's what you want, Mr. Gertz? Okay,
Yes,
so, Ms. Colbert, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day. Bless you. Okay, Mr. Gertz, let's see. Haley, Musa Haley. He's on page 5 of the announcement docket. I think it's Musa
And you also have
Wakana Hill.
page 3 too, Judge.
Page 3.
Mhm.
Which page?
Page 3, again.
Miguel Alvarado.
He's midway.
Okay,
You don't have them, you have Miguel Alvarado.
yeah, we have it.
Yeah, we have him here.
It's on the dock.
Maybe it's one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay, okay. So Next case is cause number 332162, case of style of the state of Texas versus Musa Wakona Haley. Is that your full name?
Yes.
How you doing, Mr. Haley?
Oh, good. Good morning.
Good morning. Mr. Haley, you're represented by your attorney Ryan Gerst. So Gerst, what is your announcement in Mr. Haley's case?
Judge, we want to put it on a pretrial conference docket at the end.
Okay, you're gonna be reset to January 30th. Case is placed on the pretrial conference docket. Mr. Haley, your attorney is gonna sign for your reset. Your attorney, once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go stay in contact with your attorney and your bonds. Please stand on the 4X. And you have a blessed day. Next person is Miguel Alvarado.
And he's outside, Judge.
Yes. Mr. Alvarado? Please stand on the X.
Talking about this morning, Mr. Alvarado's case is supposed to be being refiled and doing veterans work, but I don't know that we actually, that's been accomplished yet. If it hasn't been, then I want to get a resetting so that we can get that done.
You say it's supposed to be refiled to do veterans court?
Yes, it was filed as a Class A and it needs to be a Class B, and then they've agreed to do veterans court.
Yeah, I need to check Ms. Martin on that. because,
Oh.
She's on 4 days.
Okay, so we just need to reset it to give y'all time to,
Please.
okay, we're gonna keep it on the announcement docket.
Thank you, Judge.
What's that reset date? Give us a reset. Okay, this case will be reset to January 30, 2023. Mr. Alvarado, your attorney is gonna get the notice of reset. Once he gives you a copy, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. And Mr. Gerst, do you have any other cases?
I do, Judge. Brandon Gaskin is on Zoom up there.
Okay,
I think that's my last one,
okay.
theoretically.
Next case is cause number 332284. Take your hand off the bench. And the next case is cause number 332284, case of style, State of Texas versus Brandon Gaskin, Brandon Carl Gaskin. Mr. Gaskin is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Gaskin, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor, and you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Gertz, what is your announcement in Mr. Gaskin's case?
We're asking that this be placed on a pretrial conference docket for January 30th, Judge.
Okay, do we have any, check, see if we got any bond conditions in this case? It's going to reset, pretrial.
No, yes, no, we do.
Okay, we do, okay,
Uh-huh.
all right. What is that date?
January 30th.
Okay, Mr. Gaskin, this case will be reset to January 30th, 2023. For the pretrial conference docket, stay in contact with your attorney. He'll be given notice of your reset dates. Also stay in contact with your bonds when you're free to go. And you have a blessed day. And Mr. Gertz, I think this is your last case. You're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Court is in session in cause number 327-932, case of style of state of Texas versus Brandon Jarrell Martin. Mr. Martin, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Martin?
All right, pretty good. How
Yeah.
you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Martin. You're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Tom Burbank. Attorney Burbank, how are you doing? And now, Mr. Burbank, what's your announcement?
We're ready to go.
Okay. State,
The state's made attempts to contact the complainant in this case. And they've proven to be unsuccessful. If Mr. Burbank's willing to waive his right to a jury trial, we'll likewise waive our right to a jury trial and proceed with a bench trial judge.
Mr. Burbank?
If he wants to do it today, absolutely.
Okay, just, yeah. Just have a seat. We get the court reporter. We'll call you back up. We just, hold on, we'll get the court reporter.
Finish today.
Court is in session in cause number 331930, case of style of State of Texas versus Catherine Cormier. Ms. Cormier, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Ms. Cormier? Okay, Ms. Cormier, you're represented by your attorney, Mr. Tom Burbank. Mr. Burbank, what's your announcement in Ms. Cormier's case?
Your Honor, I believe the felony is still pending.
Yeah, the recent,
When is it date?
January third. Yeah.
30th,
30th, yes, sir.
January 30th? I asked that be reset till January 30th. Hopefully this will be dispositive with the felony and
Okay.
Without a need for a trial.
Okay, Ms. Cormier, your misdemeanor case will be reset with your felony case on January 30th, 2023. Your attorney is going to get signed for your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Okay.
Let me know when it will be announced.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you. Oh, Burbank.
Clinton Scott Hanley. Yes,
Can we approach?
yes. Court is in session in cause number 324-787, case of style of State of Texas versus Clinton Scott Hanley. Mr. Hanley, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hanley, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Hanley, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Hanley, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Hanley?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking, Mr. Hanley. You're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Troy Swallow. Attorney Swallow, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Terrence, thank you.
And Mr. Swallow, do you waive a record in Mr. Hanley's case?
We do.
Mr. Hanley, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information alleges that on or about January 24th of 2019, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated. Mr. Hanley, do you understand what you've been charged with? And to this charge, Mr. Hanley, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hanley, I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishment. It is also labeled as State's Exhibit number 1. Mr. Hanley, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, Mr. Hanley, there are a set of initials, CH, that are on the line next to a box that says check guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, Mr. Hanley, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And the next document is titled trial court certification of the defendant's right of appeal. Mr. Hanley, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
There are 2 boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first document that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Hanley, I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that is titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Hanley, before you sign and initial these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hanley, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1, state You like to offer State's Exhibit number 1?
Yes, Your Honor, state offer stage one.
Any objections?
No objection to states number 1.
No objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Swallow, you advised and counseled Mr. Hanley. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
And Mr. Hanley, your attorney, Mr. Swallow, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Absolutely.
Mr. Hanley, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
Your Honor, in exchange for the defendant's plea of guilty in this case, the state is recommending confinement in the Jefferson County Jail for a period of 72 hours, Your Honor. We're asking that the court give the defendant credit for the 72 hours previously spent in jail. The state is also asking for a fine be imposed in the amount of $1,500, Your Honor.
Okay, let's go across. Okay, Mr. Hanley, the state is offering that you serve 72 hours in Jefferson County Jail, and state he's already served 72 hours. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you'll be given credit for the time, for the 72 hours credit that you've already served in jail. The fine in this case is $1,500, and the court cost is $452. So you'll be required to pay fine and court costs of, in addition to the 72 hours credit, you'll be required to pay a total of $1,952, and that will be paid today.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Mr. Hanley, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Hanley, the court will follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Hanley, you're going to stand on the X next to your attorney, follow the directions of the clerk. Once you finish following the directions of the clerk, you'll be free to go to pay the fine, and you need to come back to this court, or you and your attorney come back to this court with the receipt. You'll give it to our court coordinator.
Yes,
All right.
thank you.
And you have a blessed day.
Judge.
Yes, you have a blessed day, Mr. Swallow.
You're right, sir. You start from the notes of the credit versus the rebate. And then it's gonna be less than that.
We'll be there. and-
Next case is cause number 325-978. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Joseph Jamal Brown. Mr. Brown, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Brown?
Thanks for asking.
That's good. Now, Mr. Brown, your attorney is Attorney Alwyn Samuel. Attorney Samuel, how you doing? You on mute. Mr. Samuel, you on mute? Mr. Samuel, what, our coordinator's gonna call you on cell phone. Yeah, hold on a minute.
Am I still on mute now?
Okay, Mr. Samuel, what's your announcement in this case?
Your Honor, I came to the courthouse, but because of my illness, I left and
Oh,
I've been waiting on Zoom. I've been through all the courts already. I'm just simply asking that case be reset.
okay, give us a date. We keep it, oh,
Same announcement on the announcement document.
yeah, we're gonna keep it on announcement, is that correct?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead on and,
January 9th.
okay, this case is reset to January 9th. Mr. Brown, you're gonna get a copy of your reset in court. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Samuel, we're praying that you have a speedy and a full recovery.
Yes, sir.
Your reset will be sent to you. You're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Okay, thank you.
Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session and calls number 327-932. Case is style of state of Texas versus Brandon Darrell Martin. Mr. Martin, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Martin, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Martin, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Martin, you may put your hand down. Now, Mr. Martin, you're represented by your attorney, Tom Burbank, Attorney Burbank. Do you waive a record in Mr. Martin's case?
We have a report.
Not a record, I mean, do you waive your right to a jury trial in Mr. Martin's case
We do, Your Honor.
and state?
Likewise, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Coleman, are you ready to go forward?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, are you ready?
We're ready, Judge.
Mr. Coleman, would you please read the information?
Sure, Your Honor. In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas comes now the undersigned Assistant Criminal District Attorney of Jefferson County, Texas, on behalf of the state of Texas, and presents in and to the County Court at Law of Jefferson County, Texas, that in Jefferson County, Texas, Brandon Jarrell Martin, hereafter style, the defendant heretofore on or about September 21st of 2020, did then and there unlawfully and with intent to place Brianna Bernard, hereafter style, the complainant, in fear of imminent serious bodily injury, threatened to commit an offense involving violence to the complainant, namely aggravated assault against the peace and dignity of the state.
Mr. Martin, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Okay. State, you'd like to make an opening statement?
We waive that, Judge.
Defense?
No.
Okay, Mr. Coleman, you may go forward.
State calls Brianna Bernard.
Brianna Bernard. Brianna Bernard.
State, do you have any other witnesses?
No further witnesses, Judge, the state rests.
Defense?
At this time, we make an oral motion for instructed verdict, not guilty on the state's failure and its burden of proof.
That motion will be granted. Mr. Martin, you've been acquitted of these charges. You'll be getting a copy of the judgment in a few minutes. Let's please have a seat.
Judge,
Yes.
if I may, just for purposes of the record, I just want to briefly say the state has made attempts to contact the complainant. It secured the complainant's presence today, which obviously have proven to be unsuccessful.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you're free to, you don't have any more charges, right?
No.
You're free, you take them on draw.
Okay. Tuesday, Bowser. This is cause number 326-776, case of style of state of Texas versus Tuesday Bowser. Ms. Bowser, is that your full name?
Yes.
How you doing, Ms. Bowser? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Ms. Bowser. You're here represented by your attorney Giles Cole. Attorney Cole, how are you doing? Mr. Cole, what is your announcement in Ms. Bowser's case? Reset for trial. Give us the trial date.
February 27th.
Okay, this case will be reset to February 27th for trial. Ms. Bowser, the attorney is going to sign for your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Cole, this is your only case?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of the number, I'm ready.
Okay.
This is cause number 330934, case of style of state of Texas versus Alton George St. Julian. Mr. St. Julian, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. St. Julian? That's good. Mr. St. Julian, you're here represented by your attorney John West. Attorney West, how are you doing?
Good, John, thank you.
Okay, state is represented by Attorney Tommy Coleman. Attorney Coleman, how are you doing?
Good, Judge, thanks.
Mr. West, what is your announcement, Mr. St. Julian? case?
Ready, Your Honor.
State.
We made efforts to secure the presence of the complainant, which I suspect have proven unsuccessful. If Mr. West waives his right to a jury trial, the state will likewise waive his right to a jury trial and proceed with bench trial.
State, I mean, not state, but Mr. West, are you waiving your right to a jury trial?
We will, Your Honor.
And the state is waiving their right as well. Is that correct, Mr. Coleman?
That's correct, Judge.
And Mr. Coleman, are you ready to go forward?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. West, are you ready to go forward?
Ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Coleman, would you please read the information?
Yes, Your Honor. In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas comes now the undersigned Assistant Criminal District Attorney of Jefferson County, Texas, on behalf of the state of Texas, and presents in and to the county court at law of Jefferson County, Texas, that in Jefferson County, Texas, Alton George St. Julian hereafter styled the defendant heretofore on or about October 17th of 2021 did then and there intentionally, knowingly, and recklessly cause bodily injury to another, namely Trinetta St. Julian, hereafter styled the complainant by punching the complainant about the face, and at the time of said assault, complainant was a member of the defendant's family, against the peace and dignity of the state.
And Mr. St. Julian, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Okay. Mr. Coleman, are you ready to call your first witness?
Yes, Your Honor. The state calls Trinetta St. Julian. I think Mr. Shearer may have seen.
Yeah, hold on a minute.
Did Mr. Shearer not?
Mr. Porter, was there an answer?
No.
Okay, state, you have any other witnesses?
No further witnesses, Judge, the state rest.
At this time, the defense would request a instructed verdict of not guilty based on the fact that the state cannot prove their prima facie case.
Okay, that will be granted. Mr. St. Jude, you have been acquitted of these charges. Wait around a few minutes, you'll be given a copy of the judgment, okay?
Can I briefly put something on the record?
Yes,
Judge?
hold on a minute.
The state has made attempts, including speaking directly with the complainant in this case, Trinetta St. Julian, on November the 21st of this year. During that phone call, I personally spoke with her and she reiterated her desire that this case not be prosecuted. I made her aware of today's court setting should she desire to appear.
All right, y'all just have to see.
Oh, I have the judgment right
Oh, you already have it?
Already
Oh,
done, so.
okay, you free to go?
I know what's going on.
What you need?
Oh, I have more stuff I know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I ain't going anywhere. I ain't leaving.
This is cause number 330-428. Case is filed with State of Texas versus Mary Ruth Paul. Ms. Paul, is that your full name? How you doing, Ms. Paul?
Okay, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Paul, you're here represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Ryan Matuska. Mr. Matuska, how are you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. Mr. Matuska, what is your announcement in Ms. Paul's case? State?
Judge, there is an issue with the state being able to meet its burden of proof in this case, and I'll be preparing a motion to dismiss this particular case. Judge.
Okay.
And I'll do that here shortly.
Okay. Ms. Paul, just have a seat. Okay, next two cases, State of Texas versus William Christopher Jolly. Mr. Jolly, would you please come forward? And the cases are clause number 330774 and clause number 330776. And Mr. Matuska, in the first case, clause number 330774, what is your announcement? State?
State's ready to proceed on the DWI ending in 774, Judge.
Okay. And the second case, 330776.
We believe that the disposition of 774 will be determined.
Dispositive of.
Dispositive of the companion case.
Okay. Okay, now, Mr. Jolly, the court is going to give you a case of a number on the order that in which the case is going to be tried. Stay in contact with your attorney. And your attorney will let you know whether or not you need to be here tomorrow at 1:30 to pick the jury. Okay? So at this time, you're free to go stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman.
How far apart are we?
One minute.
I don't know.
This is cause number 326656, case of style of state of Texas versus Caitlin Greer. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
All right, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. And Mr. Matuska, what is your announcement in Caitlin's case?
Try, Ron.
Trial? Okay, let's reset it.
February 27th.
February 27th for trial. What's that?
Anything sooner, Your Honor?
Huh?
Anything
Put him in January. Yeah, pull it up, I guess.
Well.
What she's gonna do, she's gonna pull it up, but she needs to get a date and she'll give the date to your attorney sometime today. So at this time, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
think Your Honor, this career's in Coast Guard, that's why I was trying to get it.
Okay. Okay.
Also, I'd like to inform you that I'm getting an
Okay.
I don't know if like legally that's important.
That may,
Just, yeah. Tell your, tell your lawyer. Okay.
I'll let you know.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. It'll be reset January 30, give you an opportunity to get the money to pay off your fine and court costs. Your attorney is gonna get your reset. Once he signs for the reset and give it to you, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Please stand on the 4X.
Yes, sir, you too.
And Mr. Cobb, this is your only case. You'll be free to go as well and you have a blessed day. Okay, your full name is Rudy Garcia Rivera. How you doing, Mr. Garcia Rivera? I'm doing fine, Mr. Garcia Rivera. You're represented by your attorney, Mr. West, Mr. John West. Mr. West, what is your announcement?
Your Honor, this is the one that we've been working through. He's having some immigration issues. He's not a citizen. He's trying to become a citizen or get his naturalization. So we're still working with that. So we would request another resetting. If that's possible.
Okay, give us a reset.
They will announce the document.
Yeah,
After the first year.
Yes. See January 30.
Perfect.
January 30th,
That should give us enough time. to work through everything.
2023. Mr. Garcia Rivera, your attorney is gonna sign for your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Up front, all this.
This is cause number 327799, case of style of state of Texas versus Jacoby Cordez Jones. Mr. Jones, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Jones? That's good. Mr. Jones, you're represented by your attorney, Attorney Langston Adams. Attorney Adams, how are you doing?
Been good, George.
And Mr. Adams, what is your announcement in Mr. Jones' case?
If possible, one final reset, if not, I just have to go to more than one. I'm asking for one.
I mean, have you asking for a continuous? That's,
No, it's good for you. I think it's the only one I've asked for.
February 27.
okay, February 27th.
And I have one other thing.
Okay, Mr. Adams signed for Mr. Jones reset.
Okay, thanks, sir.
And Mr. Jones, once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too.
All right, same to you. Court is in session and calls number 327954, cases style of state of Texas versus Erica Alice Reese. Ms. Reese, is that your full name? How you doing, Ms. Reese? Yeah, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Ms. Reese. You represented by your attorney, Langston Adams. Attorney Adams, how you
Hey,
doing?
Judge. In Ms. Reed's case, I think we might be able to get closure on it. However, I do have an offer on the case for dismissal resolution, but she wanted to see her video. So what I told her is when I get, I already requested it. So when it comes in, I'll.
So you just need a
Yeah, this,
reset for discovery?
yeah, just discovered it. I did the request.
Okay. Give us a reset date.
Huh?
Okay. Ms. Reese's case is reset January 9th to give you opportunity to get a copy of the video so that y'all can review it. Mr. Adams, please sign for her reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, Ms. Reese, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
And Mr. Adams, is this your last case?
That's it.
Okay, you're free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
You too.
Okay, Ms. Paul,
Yes, sir.
matter of fact, that's your attorney. Ms. Matuska, we have Ms. Paul's dismissal. Once you get a copy of dismissal, Ms. Paul, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Okay. This, Mr. William Jolly, you can come forward. What is back in session to cause number 330-774 and cause number 330-776. And Mr. Jolly is represented by his attorney, Mr. Matuska. Mr. Matuska?
Your Honor, I have an announcement. I just want to let the court know that we do have an agreement on that case. and
Okay.
We're doing the paperwork right now.
Okay, that's fine.